I underwent a major surgery where they removed part of your tongue and they then rebuilt it using part of my forearm. My tongue had become cancerous. In March 2021, I went to the dentist for what I thought was a routine checkup. He found some white marks on the underside of my left tongue. He said it's probably nothing to worry about. I'm young, I don't smoke, pretty healthy, but it was best that we just get it checked. I then got that biopsied and they found that it was pre-cancer. I'd had a small day surgery. I was just kind of like, they're going to remove it, and that was going to be it. In April 2023, I went for one of my regular checkups, and an ulcer that I had, they didn't like the look of it. So they very quickly biopsied it. And then 2 weeks later, I was told that I had tongue cancer. I was told then it would be straight in for a partial glossectomy and reconstruction. A partial glossectomy is where they remove part of your tongue. They then rebuilt it using part of my forearm. They were happy that they'd got all of the cancer. I was in ICU then for about 3 days while I was recovering. I was then moved to the ward for another 5 days. Those first few days were just very much a blur. I couldn't really talk at all. I had like tubes and all sorts coming out of everywhere. If I needed help to get to the toilet, that was really tough because I'm 33, I'm able-bodied. That kind of hit home, kind of having to experience that and asking for help all the time. That was quite hard. You basically have to learn to use your tongue again because they've removed part of it and then rebuilt it with tissue that's not normally on your tongue. The tissue from my arm that was used to rebuild my tongue will forever be numb. I'll never be able to feel that. It's incredible how quickly your mouth kind of adapts and the other muscles start to take up the slack for the ones that are missing. By day 7, when I was going home, I was much more understandable. The food, that was much more difficult. I don't think I realised just how much you use your tongue to move the food around in your mouth as you eat. And when you've had something like this done, you can't move your tongue in the way that you used to, so you very much have to learn again how to eat, basically. So for the first 4 days, everything came through my feeding tube. And then the day before I went home, I was allowed to try food, but it was pureed food. It was probably around 8 to 12 weeks. I was then able to start to introduce more normal kind of food. I'm over 4 months into recovery, and I would say that I'm pretty much eating almost normally. There's some things that aren't as enjoyable as they once were. I need to concentrate a lot more on what I'm eating to make sure that I don't bite the flap on my tongue because obviously it's numb. Things like crisps are harder to eat. I'm pretty much back to normal in terms of my speech as well. What I would love people to know is that if you notice something, get it checked as soon as possible. I was just so lucky that my cancer was found so soon and my chances are really, really good and I am now cancer free. I am seen. Are you?